How's it going, everybody? Veterans on Patrol here. I first want to thank each and every one of you for all the wonderful work that you guys have done throughout Southern Arizona. To every one of our volunteers, to our families, those of you who keep us supplied. Special thanks to the active duty and the veteran organizations that are out there helping us, the law enforcement who help us on their time off. We were appreciative of each and every single one of you. And without you, we would not have been able to do as much as we've accomplished. If we get more of you, we'll be able to accomplish so much more. So all four bases are still sending call outs for volunteers. If you're in Mesa, we'd like you to get out there to Alpha Base. If you're in Tucson, we'd like you to get out to Bravo Base. If you're in the Benson area, we'd like you to contact me specifically about the details of Charlie Base. And if you're in Sierra Vista, we'd like you to get out to Delta Base. Now, from these bases, we have teams going out. We are actively looking for homeless veterans. We are helping any homeless American along the way. We are providing a community service at these bases, and it's a free community service. And Veterans on Patrol still remains an SSO where we do not solicit cash. We do not set up a fundraiser. We have no tax status. We are 24/7 boots on the ground. Now, unfortunately, my boots are going to be put up for a little while. I'm at home. I'm at home with my daughter and my wife. I have plans with my daughter this weekend. Out of 154 days, I've been home 3 days. And the insanity, the madness, the internal politics, the outside drama, the threats from all these patriot groups leveled at us, it's a little bit too much, and I need a little break myself. So I'll be spending the next few days or for however long I decide with my family. There are too many of you out there who have made Lewis Arthur the center of Veterans on Patrol. Remember, Lewis Arthur is the advocate. If you should be making anyone the center of Veterans on Patrol, you should be making James McCourt two-stroke. He's the Air Force veteran. I look for our veterans to lead the way in our ministry. These programs are designed specifically for homeless veterans and for our returning soldiers so they come back. We have a purpose for them. So when they get down, when they're depressed, when they feel like no one cares, we can snatch them up, deploy them from one of our bases, and send them out on the streets helping their brothers and sisters. This program not only combats the 22 veteran suicide epidemic per day, it not only brings together broken communities and helps clean up those communities, it not only helps the poorest of the poor, but this program gets a liberal, a conservative, a gay, a straight, an atheist, a Jew, a Christian, a Muslim. It gets every single individual in America at the same table. And we are all coming together to work towards one purpose in the state of Arizona. We are not going to fight over race, religion, or politics until we go out and we find every homeless veteran in our state. And that is the commitment we've made. Now, we're going to continue to do what we're doing, but a lot of you are going to have to start stepping up. I am not the glue holding this together, and I'm going to prove to you I'm not the glue holding this together because I'm putting it in higher hands. I'm coming home. I'm not answering my phone about any problems on any of the bases that are built. There's a command structure in place. There are volunteers on the ground. And please remember, if you are in a community and you're not utilizing that base will eventually be moved. We put them in the communities. We hand them over to the community. It is for the community to decide how to operate that base. All we do is supply the volunteers, the boots on the ground, and we send out calls for supplies so that base can go out and take care of the poorest of the poor among us. You have to utilize these bases. If you utilize these bases, we will continue to build bases. I hope to be shooting a video here in the near future of Echo Base launching right back in Mayor Stanton's corridor in downtown Phoenix, where they have no services other than CAS, which is an abysmal failure, where they have no solution for so many of the thousands of homeless individuals out there with no place to go. We intend to go right back into that corridor and be that solution. We're not going to ask. We're not getting an invitation. We're going to show up, and we're well prepared this time, and there's going to be no shutting down Echo Base. So that is the plan in the future for those of you in Phoenix. Now, in the meantime, please get over to Mesa and learn how the program's been modified and our specific zero-in focus for homeless veterans. See how successful we are at not only finding them and building relationships with them. But you go through Veterans on Patrol page and you look at all the veterans who've been picked up and put into homes and given a second chance. And don't just stop there. You look at every homeless American and every homeless woman that's been taken off of these streets. You look at all the trash and the drug paraphernalia that's been removed from these parks and the deserts. You look at the lives that's been saved just because a whole bunch of Arizona families decided they were going to lay aside all the nonsense that divides us and they were going to come together over a cause which would unite us. We have 22 veterans still committing suicide every day in this country. Those of you who are deep inside this epidemic, you know that number is 3 to 4 times higher. And it's a damn shame that I'm still sitting here watching supposedly Christian American patriots. You're fighting and destroying each other because your neighbor likes Trump and you want him to vote for Cruz. Or your neighbor likes Rubio and you want him to vote for Trump. Or your neighbor likes Hillary Clinton and you want him to vote for Trump. You're fighting with your own neighbors over politicians who encourage you to go out and fight with your neighbors. When are you going to stop looking for some political savior? When are you going to get out in the community and join hundreds of American patriots that are out there every day doing positive things? There are groups all over this United States, and they don't get the publicity that we have. We intend to forward all of our publicity onto them. They've been doing amazing things for years, and they don't get any recognition. Yet you have these resources and these groups provided for you. They're in your community. And if your community doesn't have one, isn't it your responsibility to go out and build it yourself? When are you going to stop complaining about government failures, get out there and become the solution? American patriots are not Christian conservative constitutionalists. That is a figment of everyone's imagination. Because the Veterans of Patrol, the American patriots I stand with, are the atheist groups, the Muslim groups, the Buddhist groups, the Catholic groups, the liberals, the conservatives, the gays, the straights. Those are all American patriots. They're not identified by their ideology. They're judged by their fruits, and they're out there every day helping people who need help. That's being an American patriot. That's truly representing what being a 3%er is about. We don't go out looking for fights. We don't go out picking fights with the government. We don't go try to find some cause outside of our own community. We get out into our own community, into our own neighborhood, and we become the change that we have failed to vote for time and time again. My prayers are with all of you, but I'm going to enjoy these moments I have coming up with my family. And I'm blessed to still have a family to come home to and see my little girl over there waiting for me to turn Popeye back on so she can finish watching this cartoon with me. I'm blessed and I'm happy. I don't want anybody to be concerned about me. And if it's related to Veterans on Patrol, please do not call me or message me until Monday morning. So it's January 22nd right now. I suppose you can get a hold of me on the 24th. Have a good day. Thank you for everything you're doing. Bye-bye.